Scorpio, this person lives in their pride. Like, how are you dealing with them? You have the moon card here, the hermit in the reverse, the 9 of cups. Like, this is a person that is very self-absorbed. You're dealing with someone here who doesn't want to see themselves. They don't want to see how they've been acting up. They don't want to see what they've been doing. I mean, I don't call people narcissists, and I'm not even all the way into this reading, but right now the surface energy on this is crazy. Like, how are you dealing with them? Scorpio, this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest for someone else. I'm just gonna peeking into your love situation and seeing what's happening at this time. Yeah, Cancer, Virgo energy here. This is also a person that denies to themselves. They're saying, I'm fine. I'm good. I also feel like this may be, well, I don't want to say materialistic. I feel like, however, this person really cares about materials, and the materials, what they have, makes them happy. You have 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. I feel like this person might be someone here who's doing fairly well, and that's where they kind of put their happiness or wish fulfillment into. I mean, a lot of this is ego based. They care about what they have and don't try to look too deep within. Are you bothering this person? Because you know what, Scorpio? The fact that we're starting off with an individual who tries not to look too deep, they don't like to look inside of the heart because I personally feel like they're afraid of their demons that they have in there. Um, and so they lean towards more accomplishment or what I have tangible. You scare this person, Scorpio. Scorpio is all about depth. Well, it's about depth if you're developed. If you're underdeveloped, Scorpio, you don't like going deep. Um, but I'm gonna say the people that are listening to me, if this video found you, you 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 honor depth. You crave depth. You want to go deep. And you have a person here who avoids that. Mm. You have 5 of Wands here in the reverse. You also have the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Hmm. I feel like this is a person that you may have allowed in without getting any real. I'm not coming for you. I just feel like normally you're very like boundaries oriented. You want to understand the person, you want to get to know the person, you want to really be able to like get in there deep. And if you can't have depth to know this person, you aren't open. But I feel like this person, it was just different with them. You have 5 of Wands here in reverse, that 9 of Wands in the reverse. It's like it was easy to open up to them, which is crazy because they don't want to they don't want depth, or depth scares them. But you did something that's different. You didn't even like, you didn't wait for consistency with this person. You didn't wait for that. Someone at my door? No. I feel like the reason being, the reason as to why you did this with this person is because you felt some very strong connection with them, very familiar connection with them. And I feel like the chemistry was off the charts. You have Three of Cups here in the reverse, the Ace of Wands. This is like a feeling of I can't just be your friend. I want something more. And it feels electrifying. It feels intoxicating. Hmm. They're not telling you this here, but you actually have some sort of superpower over them. Like they keep it to themselves. They don't like to show emotion. They don't like you to see that either. So a lot of this they keep to themselves. Because remember, they got a big ego. This is a very ego driven person. But when it comes to you, this is probably why you were so, vulnerable with this person and open with this person, is because when it comes to you as well, you had a superpower over them. You transformed the way that they see love and how they feel. I feel like you were tapping into that depth that they didn't even know that they had, that they didn't even know that they could feel. This was a new experience for them. It transformed things for them. So it's almost as though the fate brought the two of you together in order for you to change each other. But with that, this person became very insecure. You have Six of Wands here. There was a level of questioning whether they were worthy of you. Like if they're if they were honest with themselves, and maybe, surface level, they haven't even figured out the reason as to why you kind of bother them. But I think it's because you made them question their worthiness. You made them question whether or not they would be able to satisfy you, if they would be able to rise to the occasion. Because the way that they see you, extremely confident. You march to the beat of your own drum. You do what you want to do. You don't ask for permission. You do it. And there's not just a physical beauty of you, there's an inner beauty that radiates, and they see that. And of course, that makes them feel more insecure. And I actually feel like the person that I'm talking about is somebody very attractive. And yet, you make them question themselves. Hmm. And we just got confirmation. They feel like you see into their soul. That is why you make them feel nervous. That's why you make them feel uneasy. Is because if you can see through their soul, like into their soul, then you're able to see the fact that they feel insecure. They don't feel as big as what they try to make it seem that they are. If they try to come across as being somebody very mature, someone very confident, someone that is well versed, someone with lots of materials, you see through them. And that actually makes them very nervous. Even when they're holding back, even when they don't say anything, even when they're just, they're keeping all of those emotions to themselves, you actually can see it. You see into the depths of their soul. That's why they act like that. That's why there's that avoidance. That's why you make them feel uncomfortable. I will say this right now, they're in a state of feeling a bit broken. There may have been some sort of conflict that happened between the two of you. You have the Five of Swords here, or there's just a conflict within their mind. I just know that they feel like they don't have the happiness that they once had when it came to the two of you. They pretend that the materials keep them warm at night. It doesn't. They pretend that their stability is like that's all that they need and they're good. We saw that at the very beginning of the read. This person feels broken. You have the devil here with the Three of Swords. And what it is that they're feeling broken about is the very thing that created the conflict in the first place. And I don't feel like it has anything to do with you. I feel like it has everything to do with themselves. Remember, I said those demons. You have the devil here, which is reflecting all the negative things that has come to the surface because they didn't deal with their shit. They didn't handle their shit. So this person is obsessing over you. I feel like they can't let you go. And they're hurt because they feel like they missed out on something that could have been a great thing for them. Look, Tower at the bottom. There's some sort of inside shock revelation that came in that kind of just crumbled their false foundation when it came to you. And that's the reason that they feel so broken, is because now they're feeling like they have to pick up the pieces. There may have been something here that they did in relation to how things are at this current time that they're starting to understand. Hmm. Just know this person right now is going through a time period of no longer having their head in the clouds, no longer seeing the things that don't matter. Like they're honestly in this state of mind now where it's like they've had these epiphanies. They're seeing you, they're seeing their behavior, they're seeing what doesn't matter and what does matter. I feel like, once again, and I talked about this before, about you guys transforming them, not just how they view love, but I feel like in general themselves completely. They are not the same person, or at least they will not be the same person after they're completing this transformation. And right now they're locked in on you. Like they're yes, they recognize that they are the ones who created the self-sabotage, basically creating that sabotage of their own happiness, and now feeling this brokenness, and now feeling like I really want Scorpio, and that's literally all that I can think about is Scorpio. At this time, I don't feel like there's going to be much action, if any. I mean, there might be very slow progression, but I do feel like this person, if they do come in, there will be starts and stops to where they're not consistent because they are still trying to go through this transformation. They're not completed with it. However, the thing that keeps happening is they keep being drawn back to you, and I feel like it's not just the desire and chemistry. I feel like it has gotten into that deeper place that they didn't want it to go. And that's what I have for you today, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that like button, that hype button. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you need something more personalized, miatarot.com. I tagged the video. Also, the link is in the description, and I'm doing sales right now. So get in where you fit in. Until next time, take care.